they took it serious. So I trust them. They give me that vibe of trust. And I was happy to go with them, with Martin Gerard. We tried to sell it with a different agent. The main reason was because we found a house with the same agent, and we thought to have a deal with that, selling and buying a house. And we agreed at the beginning, yeah, we're gonna get you a buyer, we're gonna sell that one, but it didn't work. And in the end, we gave up after that period of 3 months. We gave up, and we had viewings in the first 2 weeks, and then nothing happened. So after the contract expired, we decided to get in touch with Martin Gerard. And my wife, we decided to go with Martin Gerard after we saw that we don't get any more viewings from the other agent. And once again, they proved to be a very good agency. They brought in people to view the house. They had few people interested. They had a list of people interested in the house, and we had basically had 2 offers on that. One was higher than asking price. Comparing with other agents, which they may had some, but what I've noticed is just to push some clients to come and see the house in the area, just to show me that some people are interested in it. And with Martin Gerard was different. We had the viewings, we had serious clients. They were serious about business, and we had the offer. I'm not expert in photos and videos, but I showed the photos and the videos after they put it on a website to a guy who's a photographer, and he likes filming, and say this is professional. It's comparing with the other. I've seen a lot of videos and photos, but this is professional. This is gonna sell your house. It's a good value for money, the fee, because in the end of the day, we got the buyer, and it's worth it. It's worth it to get a good agent if they can get you a buyer. If you stay on the market for a long time and you don't get a buyer, if you go for an agent which has a low fee, but you don't have results, in the end of the day, you waste your time. It happened with a friend of mine he used an online agent, and there was a problem. Every time he was trying to get he had a phone call from a buyer, and he couldn't get an appointment through the agent. The agent, I don't know exactly how it works, but he found it very difficult to get a booking someone to view the house. They have the local knowledge. They know the area, and I think when they get to someone to sell the house, before they do that, they do the search. They do they working, so they know what they're doing. So if someone, I've noticed when a buyer, a viewer, asking question about the local shops and the transport and the schools, they give them the answer. So I didn't know. They knew the area better than me. And so people, they're happy when they get the answer. The thing they most impressed me about Martin Gerard and Greg and David, they give me that vibe that they are professional. I think this guy, they study at a different school. They know what they're doing. They're really professional, so you can trust them. For me, this is the more important thing. When you ask someone to do a service or a favor for you, or to do business with them, when you can feel that person is serious about the business, and that gives you that, the trust. So you go for it when you talk to this kind of people, and you trust them from the beginning. So when I called Greg, I knew he is the manager in Mill Hill agency, and I called him. He said, "Yeah, I will come around to give you an evaluation, and then you're gonna work with one of my colleagues." And he recommended David. He's a professional, and he's gonna look after you. And he was I think he was working with David as well when David was in the office, and if he couldn't answer, he couldn't take my call. He always called me back, and was always I trust the guy. That's the main thing. So when you call someone and there is no answer, or the secretary is saying, well, he's out of office, he's gonna call you back, and he never calls you back, but this never happened with Martin General. So we had a slightly problem in this transaction because my buyer had a mortgage nearly to expire. And in the last day when his mortgage offer expired, David asked me to sign all the paperwork, send it to my solicitor. I did that, and he said, "We'll try. If you do that, we'll try to ask the lender to give another extension just to do the completion." And he just did that, and in the end, we went through. I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy. The reason I'm doing this testimony is because I really like these guys, the work they did for me, and I was very happy. And if I have to use them again, I will use them again. Yes, I will recommend them to use them in the future. But every person is different. Every person approaches another person and different, and it's all about the trust. If you don't trust someone, you cannot, even if someone is recommends you to use a service, he may not trust it, but until you try it, you don't know. So for me, I tried first in 2019, it did work, and tried again this year, it did work, and I will try it again. So definitely I will recommend them to someone else. Without hesitation.